In recent years, SM Entertainment has placed a focus on emerging technologies. However, in the early 2000s, they had a more, shall we say, organic way of promoting their artists. Welcome to Weekly Weird K-Pop.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Everything about I don't even rap. So what is this? K-pop?
Debuting in 1998 under SM Entertainment, Shinhwa started their journey to become K-pop's longest-running group. However, this almost didn't come to be as the group came close to disbanding after their first single album, Resolver, underperformed commercially. At the time, many criticized their songs for lacking originality and sounding too similar to music released by label mates H.O.T. Luckily, Shinhwa began to receive mainstream success with their second album, T.O.P., but it would be their third album, Only You, that would see the group topping music charts, winning various awards, and selling over 400,000 albums. Along with the new album came edgier concepts and more skin. Seeing an opportunity to capitalize on the group's newfound sex symbol status, SM chairman Lee Soo-man suggested a new bit of merch/promotional material that was highly unorthodox by fairly conservative early 2000s K-pop standards. He suggested that they be the first group to release a nude photo book. Apparently this idea didn't just come out of nowhere, as the group has gone on in recent years to say that, at the time, nudity was something that was very common and comfortable between the members, further stating that they often didn't wear any clothes while living in the dorm together, and even recalling times that they had naked dance battles, complete with breakdancing and nude head spins. I don't know why, I just had a flashback to meat spins. If you don't know what that is, don't look it up. After much deliberation, all of the members of Shinhwa agreed, well, except Haesung. He rejected the idea until the last possible second. The book shoot took place in Manila over the course of several days in early 2001, with only male staff present. Now, I've censored these photos because if I didn't, Papa YouTube would spank. But if you want to see the uncensored versions, I've linked below to a few sites that have uploaded HD scans of the full book. You know, for science.
Hey, let it go.
Tape.
Hold up, little mama, just back that thing up. I say to hold up, little mama, and make that thing jump. I say to hold up, little mama, you know what I want. I say to hold up, little mama, just back that thing up, back that thing up.
I love the shape of the body. I love the way that it rock. Say what you need and I got it. $50, $100, money ain't a thing.
Oh, baby, sweeter than a margarita. Sipping the with my lady mama, say that. Take you to Bali, do you got a visa?
Though there was no full frontal nudity, there was plenty of bare backsides. According to member Dongwon, while on location, the boys would wear only shorts, stopping and taking them off whenever the photographer would start snapping photos. However, members Eric and Junjin had no problem walking around wearing nothing at all times. Haesung, on the other hand, was a bit shy and always seemed to be missing, with staff usually finding him hiding behind trees between shots. Haesung had been playfully teased by the other members of Shinhwa about his body for years, and over a decade later on an episode of Shinhwa Broadcast, when speaking about the criticism received about his body, he stated, "Back then there wasn't even time to prepare, and then I got kidnapped to Southeast Asia for the shoot." Titled Wild, upon its release, all 15,000 of the book's limited editions quickly sold out, and trying to find a copy on the secondhand market now will set you back a pretty penny. During an episode of EXO's variety program 90-2014 in regards to the book's release, Minwoo said, "There was no SNS at the time, so we didn't know about the reaction of the fans. With Haesung finishing, they would have liked it." During the same broadcast, photos from the book were shown to some of the members of EXO who seemed shocked, with Kai asking if the opinions of all the members had been gathered when deciding to do the shoot. To this, Lee Min-woo replied, "We wanted to remember our good bodies in our early 20s and thought it wouldn't be too bad to attempt something unprecedented," and further explained that the decision on the nude photo book was unanimous.
아 왜? 손님인데 왜? 살색에 방송에 못 나가는 것도 있네. 보면 안 돼요? 네. 아니
저희 이제 모자이크 하면 되니까 뭐 이렇게.
우와, 아예 다 벗었어 그냥. 우와. 우와. 왜 이렇게 좋아하는 거야?
태어날 생각 있어? 자 그러면 이 자리에서 한번
뒷모습이라도.
February 2017, EXO's leader Suho was on a radio show and the topic of photo books came up. They were asking the listeners to guess Suho's recent achievements and someone guessed something related to photo books or pictorials. The DJ then asked Suho, would you consider the legendary Shinhwa concept no one has seconded? With Suho responding, maybe later when I get older, when I get a tan because I'm too pale. I mean, he's been looking pretty toasty for a while now. If he wants to make a big comeback when he returns from the military, this might be the way to do it, just throwing it out there. Suho isn't the only third-generation idol who's showed interest in possibly bearing it all for the camera. In May 2016, during an interview with the magazine The Star, Monsta X were asked what kind of pictorial they would like to shoot, with member Minhyuk saying, I want to do a nude pictorial like Shinhwa, adding, we want to do a cool photo shoot that we can only do while we're young.
Why are we not funding this?
In the years since its release, the idea of Shinhwa releasing another nude photo book has come up several times. In 2012, during an episode of Shinhwa Broadcast, the group was split and had a debate on the topic of releasing another nude book. Dongwon argued for the nude photo book, stating, our bodies are completely different from 13 years back. But Eric argued against the photo book, pointing to Haesung and lightheartedly saying, that's not an idol's body. Also in 2013, Shinhwa member Andy mentioned during an interview that he would like to do a solo nude shoot since he wasn't around during the first one. Shinhwa is often credited with releasing the first and only nude photo book, but this is only partially true. 4 years after Wild's release, Lady, the first widely recognized Korean transgender K-pop group, released the nude photo book titled Women Reflect. The book was released to gain more publicity after their music and videos were not well received. However, this failed and the group disbanded shortly after in 2007. In 2003, Shinhwa's contract with SM Entertainment would expire and the members would decide not to renew, instead signing with Good Entertainment before eventually forming their own agency, Shinhwa Company, in 2012. Shinhwa is currently the longest running K-pop group in history and serves as inspiration and influences to generations of K-pop idols that followed behind them, leading many to describe the band itself as legendary. And according to member Junjin, even though the younger crowd may not be familiar with them, loyal fans from back in the early 2000s are still showing Shinhwa affection, and even today fans still come up to him and ask him to autograph copies of the book. Man, K-pop in the early 2000s was wild, pun very much intended. But I do wonder, with how much artists push the envelope with concepts these days, would it be as big a deal if a K-pop group or artist released a nude or semi-nude photo book now? Let me know in the comments below if your favorite K-pop artist released a book. Would you buy it? Who do you think would be the most likely to release one? I'm looking at you, Mr. Wonho, and your teeny tiny shorts. I don't know who's taking all these photos on his Instagram, but I want to see their full camera roll. There's probably enough unuploaded content on there to release a photo book the size of an encyclopedia. If you're still watching, do me a favor and drop a peach emoji in the comments to let me know you made it this far. Don't forget to click that like button and subscribe so you don't miss my next questionable video. I've been Lisa, your cursed K-pop historian, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Stay weird.